Oh yeah, that oil got in there good, buddy. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh-oh. I think we got it. That's probably not gonna do anything. Every once in a while, a blind hog will find an acorn. Hey folks, I have to apologize. This is actually probably my first video in quite a while that I've posted. I've been pretty busy with, with life, my regular job and running a service truck or whatever. Anyways, this video here, I figured I'm gonna do a probably impromptu tool review on this stud remover here, or stud extractor that I had to get. One of my customers, one of my long customers, he called me. He said, "Hey man," he said, "my truck is got black soot all up under the hood. What do you think's going on?" Well, what's going on is exhaust manifold gasket's gone, which actually seems to be a pretty common issue with the 6.7 Cummins. It happens or whatever. So anyways, when I was taking this truck down, I found that somebody else had been in this truck before. And I would like to show you what I've got here. So let me see if I can do that first, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, folks. So the stud way back here. And to be honest, I don't know if it'll focus on it, but right here, yeah, so you can just barely see the tip of it there. Right there. Somebody has cut the end of that head of that bolt off, and I'm gonna assume the reason they cut the head of the bolt off was because they had to take the manifold off for some reason, and they could not get that bolt to budge. Just a wild guess. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, I'm actually going to take this manifold completely off because this morning I actually broke a stud off here flush with the side of the head. And after I get this stud out, I'm going to also see if I can videotape for you guys welding a nut to a stud and pulling it out. Hopefully it'll do it with the first try. But anyways, I'm going to see if I can try to set the camera up somehow, or maybe you can attempt to see me trying to get this thing out. To be honest, you may not be able to, but I will try. Let's see. Well, apologize, this video, you're probably not really going to be able to see much of anything. So the way the stud extractor is designed, pretty much you just got to tighten it up on the stud. And it's got you'll hold the outside of it, turn. The main part of the 15-16 inch, and I'm going to see if I can try to get in something on the outside of that thing for spinning. Sorry, really don't tighten up on it. See if it's adjustable, fit over and hold. Somehow. Oh my God, what a trick. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Watch this, guys. Watch this. This worked out way too easily, so this is probably not a great tool review video. But let me show y'all something. Look at this. All right, so the way this tool works, and actually I don't even think I can get it back loose by hand, but the way this tool works, pretty much you need to hold this part of it and then turn this to tighten up on the stud, okay? Do that, and by doing that, once it's good and tight, you can go ahead and try to back it off the tool, because inside the tool, you see it's got little teeth that'll bite into the stud that you're trying to remove. I've got some other stud extractors. I think they're made by Irwin, where pretty much they're like sockets, but the inside of them has like these splines that when you spin backwards, they'll bite into the stud and pull them out. And I would love to have had those here at the shop today, but they're actually in my service truck, and I've got one of my buddies borrowing my service truck, so I had to run out to the parts store and get this. This will definitely go in the service truck. So let me pull this manifold off, and let me see if I can show you guys that other stud that I got to get out. Just looking at our witness marks here, you can definitely see that's where it blew out at. But honestly, I don't really think it was sealing that well. After all, this is where our stud was that I just pulled out. Obviously, that one wasn't sealing that well. This one don't even look like the gasket really got in there good or was sealed good, because you can see all the rust here. This one was probably sealing well. This one was probably sealing well. This one was doing mediocre until it blew right there. This one as well. So yeah, I do need to definitely check this manifold for flatness, because it's a possibility it may be warped, because we know for a fact that one wasn't torqued good. That one wasn't torqued good, and then it's probably got pretty warm, because I think this truck's got a tuner and all on it. And plus, it don't hurt to check for flatness anyways and make sure all your stuff's good. Maybe it might be okay or whatever, but I definitely will check it. But let's see if we can look at this this stud here. Whoops. Okie dokie. So yeah, when I was removing these studs, that one right there definitely broke off this morning on me. And I tell you what, these rascals were the devil. They were tight as all get out. But what I did try to do, and I know you've seen it here in the as I passed by, I used my little torch here to try to heat up the stud and heat up the head or whatever, try to get some temperature in it. That way the studs will come out. But man, these rascals right here, man, they see if this thing will try to focus. Do it that way, yeah. Try to focus, and I mean they were in there pretty good. And I know this truck's been apart before, and looking at the way some of these threads have kind of rolled over some, I mean, I've pulled out plenty of bolts that have been, kind of seasoned in the head or whatever. And most of the time they tend to come out relatively clean. But seeing that a lot of these are kind of rolled over some, and this actually isn't one of the worst ones. I got some more in here. What I'm thinking probably happened was that at some point, seeing that stud back there had the head of it cut off of it, I'm thinking that this manifold was off for whatever reason. And I almost imagine what's happened is that when they were trying to put everything back together, instead of having maybe say the turbo separated or whatever, it had so much weight on it, they probably tried to use some of these bolts to kind of almost walk the manifold up in place with it having a load on it, and probably kind of gack the threads up just a little bit. Now granted, not having any anti-seize on them and going through some heat cycles and stuff like that definitely will seize them up. I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna weld a washer onto this stud. I'll do that first, and then I'll weld a nut to the stud. And usually what I like to do, mainly because I found that this has worked the best for me, that washer, I'll find a washer that fits this stud. Just guessing, that looks like it's probably about a 3/8 or so. So I'll find a washer that'll fit that really good, and I'll weld it. And then what I'll do, I usually try to get like a fairly decent sized washer if I can, and then I'll take a nut that'll fit almost the same size of the washer, and I'll weld on the inside of it, and then every once in a while, depending on how big the nut is, I'll tack on the outside of the nut too, just in case I didn't get a good enough penetration on the inside. And do that in hopes of, say if it's enough penetration on the washer itself to the stud, the nut, if it's not penetrated well enough on the inside, it's still got weld on the outside enough to get it and pull it out. Because to be honest, I'm pretty sure once this stud gets some heat, to pull it out, heat it up with the torch, and spray it with some oil, and really all it needs is just enough breakaway torque just to start moving. And once it comes out, it'll be good. You know, so there's my game plan for that. Alrighty, folks, we're back out here this morning. We're gonna try to see how much I can get done while my little boy's asleep in the house. I got a handful of old junk nuts and washers and stuff, and the goal is we're gonna take washer. It's about the same size as the stud. There we go, a little bit better. We're gonna fill all that up with weld. Hopefully it penetrates good. And we're gonna take a nut, weld the inside of it, and then we'll have this nice outside, and we're gonna twist it on off. Alrighty, folks, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but our stud's right here. I cleaned off the spot that it's gonna go. Stick the washer up here, and we can see what we can do here. Like I said, the goal is to try to get it done in one take. Knock the tripod over. Alright, let's try it again. Tell you, son, these gloves right here probably ain't the best to be welding. Try this old lug nut here, see what this does. Okay, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I really don't think I got a good penetration there, but we're gonna give it a shot. What I'm gonna do is, while it's still kind of hot, see if I can spray it with a little bit of penetrating oil or whatever, and see if we can get in there and pull it out. Good. Oh yeah, that oil got in there good, buddy. All right. To be honest, you know, some folks say, you know, wait till the weld cools and then try to break it loose. I just say go on, get after it, because the thing is, if it didn't penetrate good at the beginning, guess what? It ain't gonna matter if it's hot or if it's cold. So let's see how good the first shot. We got it, baby. Look at that. Look at that, buddy. Look at here. This is freaking beautiful. This is freaking. This is probably a first for me, where it's 1 for 1 on both, getting both studs out. So there we go. Stone gun's probably hotter than 40 hells. No, it's not pretty. Guess what? It's not meant to be pretty. But like I said, stud, stud, washer welded to the stud, and obviously this washer right here is a little bit bigger than the stud, but either way, like I said, main thing I'm looking for is just to try to get really good penetration between the stud and the washer at some point, and then spread that load out and weld to the nut. There you go, beautiful. So that's 2 of them. So now that I've got this apart, I'm gonna clean up this head where everything goes, and I'm gonna put this truck back together. Thank you guys for watching. I'm probably gonna finish this out maybe with a time lapse. Not really 100% sure. Like I said, my little boy's in the house asleep, so might just cut it short here and just show you the truck running after. I don't know, but I'm gonna time lapse in what I can. So thank you guys for watching.